Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound daily. Today is the solo daily for September 3rd. We will be playing Magma Miner, going from, I forget what the first book is, but then we're going to Derelict Starship. We will be eventually fighting against Runestone, and we have Brawl in place. Bindings have no cooldowns. This is very important because Magma Miner is able to get a -1 cost on Leap, which means that we can actually go infinite. It is probably what we're looking for, but obviously we might just go ahead and play the game straight. We do have Reaper's Touch, start with Death Scythe, and -35 max HP. Again, very difficult in the first couple of fights because generally speaking you're going to trade damage there. You only have 15 HP total, and then we just have to figure out how to get that HP back over time. The wells throughout the run will give us 50 if we choose to spend money at the Carver in order to buy those wells. We would prefer not to, so we want something that bypasses that. Then on turn end, enemies lose all stacks of burn, frostbite, poison, and bleed. Not generally a concern for us, especially if we don't have any cooldowns. We should just be able to have like big damage on them. And we've got Blaze of Brigade, so we're going to get lots of burn, and there's enemy burns and all that stuff that is not going to help us much, because then they cleanse all of the burns that we have on them. So thanks again, game. Anyways. Looking at what we got here. Kind of like Frozen Finger for the... Wait, why am I looking at cooldown reduction? Good lord. We have Brawl. So Frozen Finger isn't really doing much unless we think that we're going to go like Frost Miner, which is janky as all get up. Silence Metronome does its job and doesn't require us to get hit. What would we want to do here? I'm not so sure about Scorching Leap. Again, due to Ink Wash, it does do boss damage though, and bosses aren't affected by Ink Wash, so we could still take Scorching Leap. Otherwise, there's nothing really good here. This might be a reroll at this point, because just getting flat damage on Bonk will be helpful. Or even Leap, honestly. Just make it do upfront damage. Getting flat damage on Bonk, though, brings its base damage up to 50. And then we're dealing 65 damage every hit. That's, again, getting us close to 66, which is a breakpoint for the little jabber guys. And then we can just one-shot them. But we're probably going to get up to that if we... What am I trying to say? If we have heat at the time. We will most likely just be able to just one-tap jabbers, which is nice. Otherwise, we could also get our Leap up there and just have Leap be our auto attack. But there's other things that I would kind of like to put on Leap if we're going to do that. So I think we're going to go ahead and take Bolstered Bonk. Really don't like Strength and Smash. That's probably the right move. Garden's Edge. Okay, so we need some decent single target for Nim. Maybe we should have taken that burn. Okay. Take me to a Quilling Cage. I don't like this guy right here. Might as well take this Power Orb because we don't use cooldowns, so just go ahead and man. Missed him by 1? Alright. Try and get these guys to swarm around us like this. They have decided that they don't like doing that, so we are going to suffer a little bit. I think we're going to miss this because we didn't have that damage there. No, we're fine. I'm going to pick up this power orb. Excuse me? Oh, this is this isn't effigy. This is nearest enemy. Alright, so I actually wanted to plant myself next to that guy so that I didn't have to use a will on him. And then we would have had this. That is misfortunate. For some reason I thought that that was unstable effigy and it was on orb pickup. Well. Grab that physical power so that it doesn't happen again. Kind of debating just grabbing more bolstered bonk, but there's stuff that we actually want to put on bonk. Whack-a-bonk is pretty good, and then we can also just throw. What we probably should have done is we probably should have drafted this binding here and then came back for that. Yeah, we got some good stuff here. Incendiary is just great damage. We might settle for Smoke Bomb, though. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put Heavy Leap on. I don't necessarily feel like gambling for the Binding Empowerment again. The Garden gives us money. We're going to go to the Binding Empowerment just for the green. We don't care about cooldowns. This was terrible. I was hoping to get bleed on Smoke Bomb for bosses. Wow, okay. We're going to add some burn for bosses then, I guess, since that's how we're going to have to go about doing that. This is looking terrible. Okay. Okay. This man's gonna get smote. We're gonna get pretty close here. We should be fine for next turn. We can just take the bits out with a single bonk, so we might as well actually just do something along the lines of this. Or this. Is this more damage? It's not more damage. Does Magic Pixel not exist? That'd be terrible. Because we're doing something like this. And then leaving that for next turn. Alright. I kind of like Twin Fangs. Beat of Flame isn't bad for single targets. Starting with 2 heat is like having 2 ability power straight away. That's kind of nice. Otherwise, we're probably going to go into heat scaling options on either Bonk or Leaping Strike. That is going to enable us to just generate heat very well, so I'm not sure how much Worm Trophy is actually going to help us. Twin Fangs is, again, very good. It's just making sure that you get crits. Beat of Flame for single targets. We do have Nim. Save our orbs until after we kill the bits. Pick up Beat of Flame. We've got Burn on them. Kind of about that. We may theoretically actually get some burn damage. You could also see re-rolling this. I think we'll just go ahead and take Beat of Flame. I don't like taking more burn damage though. Just go ahead and take crit chance. -1 base cooldown is useless. Gaining shield is nice. We can make ourselves pretty much impregnable. I think we're going to go with that instead of critical smash. Restoration is a way for us to heal ourselves. Not sure that that's technically the move, though. After image going into crit is nice. Not sure that's necessary either. Incendiary gives us a damage multiplier, so I guess we're going to go ahead and go for that. Using Jelly for more crit. They really want us to crit. Another Beat of Flame and Unstable Effigy. I think I'm willing to buy an Unstable Effigy. 2 Beads of Flame? Maybe. It's an interesting decision. I think that we're going to just take the Unstable Effigy, though. If we had 2 Beads of Flame, Nim would not be a problem. Because we'd hit them with 6 just for picking up an orb, and we'd have, like, what, 20 base burn damage, plus our heat. It'd do quite a lot of heavy lifting for us. Alright. Have to figure out how we're going to go about doing this now. I thought I saw a magic pixel there. It doesn't actually look like it exists. So instead we're going to have to do something like this. Pick up this orb. Might as well toss Incendiary on you. Incendiary is also an interesting win condition for us. We could just keep doing like Flash Fire, the one that causes instant burn damage. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we are not looking good as far as... It was probably actually we were supposed to pick up that Beat of Flame there. We do have access to unlimited shielding should we need it though, so I'm not too concerned about it. And we're already almost there. There we go. So then we'll just leap for reasons. Okay, we need to leap once. And then hitting you... I need to leap one more time. Then that should bring us close-ish. Hit that. And then of course we've got all of our, make sure that there's no bits hiding here. We've got all of our burnies done. There's Flash Fire. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's not flash fire. It would be incinerates. Because it deals instant burn damage. We can get along with that. There's the -1 will cost. It doesn't matter. We've won the game. We've won the game, team. Especially because we got shield on hits. We can save ourselves from stuff like blazing barrier and the such. So we just give me crit chance at this point. Like, that's what's going to make this faster on us. And the thing is that we didn't even like reroll for that. So like everybody has this infinite. So all you really have to do is actually play that first battle better than we did, which was really just positioning. And you've got yourself a perfect score pretty much. I don't know, like maybe you wouldn't be able to get the healing, but you just have to sacrifice like stat shrines for that. You don't need stat shrines because you have an infinite. Getting the shielding on hit is probably important though, because Runestone's hands are going to, regardless of what Runestone's doing, attack you. And they can do a lot of damage sometimes, not necessarily. And so yeah, getting a purple on here to give us a damage multiplier would be much appreciated. Sybil's Lava Lizard to increase our heat cap. We could have put burn on this. That would have helped as well. We got to be careful of the fact that we're in goop right now. Actually, we only use a movement skill, so we don't even care about goop, really. Teeth on a string. Okay, we've been healed. Just looking at everything else here. Nothing is considerable there. We don't need a hammer because of the fact that we have shielding on hit here. And this was from the binding empowerment, I believe. Because I don't think it was Smoldering Bonk. Anyways. Physical damage. Prepared Incendiary being free is kind of nice. Getting a source of Shatter is another damage multiplier. So I could see us getting away with, like, say, using Smoke Bomb. Otherwise, technically we were looking for Whack-a-Bonk. Shattering Bonk isn't bad. I think we'll go ahead, we'll do Shattering Smoke Bomb, because then if we get a purple that's full screen, that's good for us too. Otherwise, Prepared Incendiary is also good, because then we can just, like, clock the burn, and or just make sure that we burn someone for free. But since we don't use any will, we really don't care about spending will for other things. And normally we would not want to put Shatter on Smoke Bomb because it has a cooldown, but we don't have cooldowns. So, just trying to make as few button presses as possible, really. There's extra heat right there. So, the question is do we do Comet just to make it a little bit faster, give somebody enough burn, and then just go ahead and flash fire them to proc the burn? That's probably the correct move, actually. We only lose a little bit of damage. But what do we want here? But just give me more stats. And now they're giving us more physical power. I feel cheated. I guess I'll still take. We could take some critical damage. That's a Thuntalope. The main reason why we would maybe have not gone for this and instead gone for Crater, which is the heat generating one, is that Crater has a huge AoE. Like, absolutely monstrous. I also just realized that we put Shatter on this and then we corrected off of it. We shouldn't have done that. We should have just gone for Crater. Like, this is technically going to make this faster for us, though. especially if we get that damage multiplier. We don't need to like use this skill anymore. And put me between you two. All right. You could argue that we should have let those things spawn slimps, because it didn't really, like, matter. I could see that argument, because we have Death Scythe and Teeth on a String, it would technically mean more health and healing. And... Alright. So, Flame of the Frost Shade is also something that we would be looking for at this moment. None of these are Flame of the Frost Shade. We're going to take Glass Cannon because we should not take damage. Like Blight Bomb maybe, but I think that's only like a top tier mod, so it shouldn't really affect us. Let's leave this. Take a look at our reward. It's Mumsies. Infernal Cascade is interesting too. I think Infernal Cascade might honestly just be better. Especially if we would have taken the plus burn AUG here, because then this plus 4 affects the AUG, it affects comets, and then if we also get like something that's like burn on hit, which is, what is it, Flaming Fist, it affects that. If you have Doubler, it affects that. Like, Infernal Cascade just hits everything, and that's what makes it like incredible. Prime Essentium, we're not taking damage, so it's really, do we want to burn things faster so that we can kill it, or do we want more ability power so that we can kill things? I think that actually this is faster in this scenario here, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take that. And since we're not looking at clocking burn damage, just let us crit, because that's another damage multiplier that we haven't gotten yet. Prepared Incendiary, might as well make that free. Scorching Bonk also would have proliferated, what is it? Infernal Cascade. So, Scorching Bonk plus Infernal Cascade is just, like, absolutely ridiculous. Take me to a Tethered Shrine. Potions everywhere. Unstable Brew, don't really care. Barrier Potion, don't really care. I guess Unstable Brew's more helpful than that. Give me more crit. Alright, little buddy. Let's make you not a magma miner. We're fine. Alright, let's make sure to mop up your little guys first. Tantrum's interesting. Pharma Demolish, I really don't care for it. Like, these are all just extra steps. We'll take it, but I don't think I'm going to press the button. Whack-a-Bonk, we really don't care about that anymore. Have us target all enemies for Shatter, we don't care about that anymore. It's got to be something, though, so we might as well take Widespread Smoke. Why not? Just in case we somehow get, like, a Sovereign's Flag. I don't know where it's going to come from. We should fully heal off of the elite fight, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, we healed there. So no, we don't have to sacrifice this. That's +1 real reserve. CAC W. I mean, we'll take it. Why not? Like, I feel Avarem is just laughing at us right now. They have essentially taken away the game. Well, this one's going to take forever. Thank you for standing together. Yeah, apologies. There's not going to be a lot of discussion here. Whatever, we get spikes, like... I guess this is 10% crit. That's kind of good. I really don't think that we need Beat of Flame. It's not doing anything for us. Go ahead, give me more crit damage at this point. Okay, we didn't get the damage multiplier. Woe is us. Might as well take that for the quest. Take a look at this for you guys. I'm not going to be spending anything here. Oh, I mean... We did have an Inkly map earlier, I believe. So on critting, gain 1 stacks of Shattered Will. We could scale our damage up with that. But, no, I'm considering this. This would be worth, from Mumsies, it's like 3 ability power. But, getting another plus 25 damage multiplier is worth that. Easily. I'll even drop that for it. Especially since we scuffed our shatter into that. Like, this could have been significantly faster. We shouldn't have to worry about Runestone's mechanic. I mean, we have infinite damage, so it really doesn't matter if we worry about Runestone's mechanic. But, let's go ahead, give everybody days. And then go ahead, bop you. Reduce your damage. And then we want to be down here, because this is where Runestone's going to be. Okay, and I kind of want you to get hit for more negative DR, so I'm going to squash this man. And I'll meet you over here. Alright. Smoke bomb. Goodbye. I really don't know what to say about that build. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. The only thing that nabbed us is that turn, that fight 1, which is normally what happens, but again, we misplaced ourselves. It's possible that Metronome wasn't the correct move. I have already forgotten what else was there, but I believe that they were both like non-zero integers. One of them was Frozen Finger for reduced cooldowns and Frostbite, which we can't apply, and the other one was... I don't know, something. I think that probably Metronome was actually the right play. But with the way that those enemies act, I should have known that they weren't going to move. And we could have finished that one guy who was still alive with like 1 HP just by standing in front of him. And that 50 damage would have saved us a will that we then would have been able to spend on the other guy. He definitely would have been dead. So if you can fix that, you can get up here and get your perfect score. We're also like very early at this. This should be out like somewhere around like 1 to 2 hours into the daily. So then you guys will be able to, I don't know, steal it and get out there. Anyways, Hopefully the run was entertaining, or at least educational. And if you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put those down in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you guys around.